Well, it wasn't so long ago, I guess it would have been just before Christmas, that I made a video waving an old newspaper article from 1991 talking about being inspired to write, and that article was about the former Yugoslavia and how at that time the writer Bernard Levin was sort of predicting that it was an unsustainable state of affairs there in the Balkans with you know, and it, I guess, was predicting the disintegration that we've seen. And yesterday, those of you who keep your eye on the news will have seen that Kosovo declared independence from Serbia, and that today has been recognised by the United States, UK, France, Germany, a few others. There are people like Russia, like Spain, like Cyprus, like Slovakia who are not recognising the independence. But wherever you stand on it, commentators are saying, and stuff like certainly that I've read in the news, that this really is the end, the last breakdown of what was Yugoslavia. And I discovered this lying around at home, which is a banknote from Yugoslavia, and back when it was Yugoslavia, during the Soviet era. Don't know why I had that, but there you go. Thought I'd show you that. But it's got me thinking about this whole kind of nation thing, because wherever you stand, and I know people watching this are going to stand on different points of view. Some people are going to think it's good that Kosovo's got independence. Some people are going to think it's, you know, it's bad. And it got me thinking, you know, what would I do if the nation that I was born in and the place I grew up in, suddenly it changed its name? You know, it wasn't there anymore. It was something different. I don't know. You know, I'm English. England is part of Great Britain. If Great Britain does break up, would that bother me? Is my Englishness enough? What if England were to fragment? I don't know. And it got me really thinking about those kind of issues. Obviously, I don't think Great Britain's going to break up while Gordon Brown's Prime Minister, because he would cease to be Prime Minister, being Scottish and all, and holding a Scottish parliamentary seat. So Scotland can't really declare independence. Well, certainly I don't think while Labour's in power they wouldn't allow that to happen, because they'd lose their position in government. I think they'd lose too many seats. But I don't know. I suppose it makes you think quite long and hard about these issues of identity, of nationhood, of what it really means. And you know, the situation in the Balkans is so complex, and it's so difficult. As someone outside, you know, you can read books, and I am reading books about that region at the moment, but reading books isn't, I'm not even going to pretend that gives you any understanding what it's like to be someone who would see themselves as a Kosovan or as a Serbian right now, and the issues they must be going through, particularly, you know, if you're a Serb who's living in Kosovo, and what do you feel? Suddenly what you thought was your country becomes someone else's country. What do you think about that? I don't know. But it's, you know, interesting times, and I don't know. Just it's got me thinking, and I don't, you know. I guess it's at times like that where you've got to have something that's more than your national identity to hold on to. But then that's really easy to say when your national identity has never been challenged. And certainly, you know, for me, that's the position. You know, I don't think I've ever been challenged about that. So I don't want to make any kind of judgments or any statements on that. But just to say, I guess, you know, it made me think. And I guess the one thing I would say in this whole situation is that, you know, I really hope that, although it was, you know, the affairs in Serbia and around Kosovo that kind of maybe a decade or 2 decades ago really kicked off a whole lot of stuff in the Balkan region. We just got to hope that this time that things don't descend into violence, and I don't know, that from this peace can be built, and that lives can be rebuilt, and hope can be returned to that part of the world. And so I guess I'm just going to finish with saying my thoughts are there, where the people in that region, you know, whatever side of the argument, if you like, they're on, that there would be, you know, a real, I don't know, the life would move on. And if I've said anything wrong there, don't shoot me down. Thanks for watching.